You know what? Let's get the elephant out of the room. Everybody going to be expect to be. Let's rewind. I woke up this morning and I'm wondering why is my name trending? Why is my name all over the social media? And then I see the video of Swerve Strickland, saying F Booker T at the end of what was it?
Dynasty.
Dynasty, the AEW pay-per-view. And you know what? I'm not gonna even get upset about that or anything like that. But I'm gonna give Swerve Strickland a little bit of advice, just a little bit. And that advice would be: don't be talking about something other than the pay-per-view at the end of the night. You know what I mean? That's the main event. That's the last thing people are going to remember. Last thing people remember is me, Booker T, my name being said. And I'm sure if Tony Khan really don't appreciate the news, the headline not being what happened at Dynasty and with all the matches, hopefully with the great card, all the great matches. But they're talking about Booker T. That just was a bad move. It was a bad move. And there again, he's got a lot of energy, at the end of a show, but I'm not that type, man. I'm from that school. If you got something to say to somebody, you say it in their face, you say it to their face. And, I'm going to leave it at that. You know what I mean? Hopefully Swerve Strickland will have a hell of a career. Hopefully he'll do very, very well in this business. But I'm going to keep stressing what I've been talking about for a long time as far as Black folks, especially in the company that I work for. Man, go out there and get it on your talent. Go out there and get it on your merit. Nobody will ever be able to take it away, and no one will ever be able to say you got it because of only for your talent. That's it. You know what I mean? So I'm going to keep advocating for young guys, to go out there and perform at the highest level. Take what you want, because it's not going to be given to you. You got to take it. And the only way you're going to be able to take it is, through your performance, how good you really are inside the square circle, So that's as much as I'm going to say on that issue as far as Swerve Strickland. You know what, though, man? The one person that's laughing, is Vlad TV. He's the one that's laughing, because he got all this stuff, started and stirred up. And now Swerve Strickland, I thought this thing was over with. I really did. I swear to God, the last thing I thought about was waking up this morning to an FU.
He saw he did it too. He snuck it in there, dropped the mic, got the hell out of the ring. There's a word for that book. There's a word for that. I don't know what the word is, but there's a word for that. Somebody will tell me.
No, man, it's just this generation, man. This generation. Like I say, I'm an advocate for all young Black talent getting into this business, but I'm an advocate for so many more young kids than just Black, kids getting into this business. I'm an advocate for, anybody that got the talent to actually, make it to the next level. I'm gonna put a word in for them. And I think my reputation I've been solid, throughout my career. Like I say, I don't publicize a lot of things, but the guys out there, they know if I've been, on the side of, righteousness as far as this business goes. They know what Booker T has done behind the scenes. I don't have to, talk about it on social media. I'm not trying to get some extra, brownie points or anything for anything that I've done, but they know, they know. And people like Swerve, him and I, we cut from a different cloth, man. We totally cut from a different cloth. And there again, but I honestly, I wish nothing but the best for this dude, man.
Yeah, I feel that.
And I want to see him succeed. Will I ever say anything positive about him ever again? Probably not. You know what I mean? Will I ever put him over? As far as being a good worker and someone who could perhaps transform this bit. No, I probably would never ever do that again. You know what I mean? Because I've learned my lesson. It's like
done it before.
It's like a dog, you know what I mean? I got a boxer downstairs, man, and we fight, we play, man, hard. I'm serious, man. He'll get the meanest growl that you've ever heard in your life. But trust me, when I put my hand in his mouth, he won't bite it. He would not bite the hand that feed him. You know what I mean? And so there again.
I just feel like, yeah, you got to have respect for the people who come before you. And I mean, and book, like anybody who laces up a pair of boots or even puts on a headset like me, we owe a debt of gratitude to you and so many people who came out of that generation that made us love this thing and want to continue to be a part of it. And, I'm playing around a little bit with some of the stuff that I'm saying, but I do really mean it. Like, you got something to say, like you can say it to a man's face and you can leave it at that. You know what I mean? I don't know what the idea was behind that. I thought that it was, I thought it was disrespectful. And but I too wish him nothing but the best. I wish him nothing but the best. I hope he's successful. 1,000 years of success. 1,000 years of success.
I ain't gonna bring personal beef to my job.
Yes.
That's the last thing I'm gonna do is bring a personal beef to my job. So I'm gonna leave it at that though. Stick around, guys. You in the Hall of Fame, man. We'll be back in a minute.